Okay, and now today what we're going to make is we are going to make a no sour cream ground chicken stroganoff. You can add any kind of meat that you want to this. You can do ground beef, you can do ground pork, you can do, and you know what, even just this past week, a woman told me that she made a ground pheasant stroganoff. I don't know how that would come out, but I'm not willing to try that, but that's up to you. Okay, now, first thing you want to do, we're going to get started with this right away because I don't know about you people, but I don't have time to play. We know that this week is Thanksgiving. This is going to be something that's going to be easy to make. It's going to be quick, and you're going to be tired of cooking by the end of the week. So we all know this.
And I might mention there are more videos coming by the end of the week with Thanksgiving.
All right, so first of all, what you want to do is, obviously, you need some kind of a noodle base. You can use rice, or you can use egg noodle. You can use whatever kind of pasta or whatever that you want to do. So what you want to do is you want to get your water boiling. Okay, we already got that going. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our skillet going. Okay, it's basically a medium-sized skillet. You get two tablespoons of butter, and we're going to start melting this. All right, we got to get this ready, and we also have to add our, what it's supposed to be is chopped onion, but we don't have time for that stuff this week, so we're doing all spices, all dried. We're going to do minced onion. Okay, we're going to add that to this. You want to add whatever you want to add. Like I said before, you cannot overspice anything. I don't care what anybody tells you, you cannot overspice it. All right, so now we got to let this melt down for a second. We're going to give that about a minute. We're going to let this go. Because once you do that...
You're on.
Okay, so now we've got our butter melted. And of course our chopped onion is in there. Now if you do a real onion, like real onion, which I do, redundant, but... when you do real onion, you cook this up about 2 to 3 minutes. Wait until the onion's translucent. Okay, but because I did not do that, because we don't have time for that kind of stuff this week. All right, we ain't playing this week. So, that's good to go. Now, what we have to do is we've got our water boiling. This is ready. This is way ready. All right, we got to set that aside. Now we're going to add our egg noodle to the boiling water. Okay, egg noodle, it's 1 pound. Okay, 1 pound bag of egg noodles. You're looking at $1.50 nowadays. The ground chicken that I'm going to add was, I think it was actually on sale for $4.50 for 1 pound. That's not good, but it's not horrible either. All right, now we've got our egg noodles stirred. All right, they're ready to start going. Now they only take about 7 minutes to cook. You don't want to cook them till they're overdone. Then you're going to get mush. All right, now we're going to add our ground turkey, or chicken. Now this thing is supposed to be for any kind of ground meat that you want to brown. Okay, I was skeptical on this thing. Bought it at the Dollar Tree. You ask me, one of these does the same job. But, you know what? I did it the other day, and I was like, hey, you know what? This thing actually works. It actually works. So I'm impressed. For $1.25, if you do see one of these, pick it up. Because it's going to make your life a lot easier if you do use a lot of ground meat for things. Okay, so we're going to stir this up. We're going to let this brown. Okay, but we got to chop it up here a little bit, and that's what this thing does. Yeah, I did. I used a spoon the other day, and I was like, oh, all right, you know what? Let me try this instead of the ground meat chopper thingy. And you know what? This thing makes it a lot easier, because in the middle of it, I was like using the spoon, and I'm like, you know what? My wrist hurts. So I'm going to dig this out, and I use this then to finish it up. But either way, it works. No matter what you have, no matter what you need. You don't need a whole lot of extra cooking utensils and things like that in your house. Okay, now that our ground meat is cooked, it's browned. If you want, you may drain off the excess fat. I, however, do not do that because with ground chicken, you really don't get a whole lot of fat drainage. Now, the next thing you're going to do, besides stir your noodles, is you're going to add some chopped garlic, which, like I said, it's Thanksgiving week. We don't have time for that. So we're going to be using minced dry garlic. Okay, same thing. You're going to get the same effect out of it, no matter how you look at it. If you have regular garlic, you want to chop that up, perfect. You need 2 tablespoons. Okay, we added that. And also you need mushrooms, okay? Now, same thing. If you want to use fresh mushrooms, go for it. We don't have time for that. It's Thanksgiving week. So I've got, usually it's a can, but cans are so expensive right now. I've got a jar of mushrooms and pieces and stems from, of course, Dollar Tree for $1.25. So we're going to put those in there. If you want to add fresh mushrooms, go right ahead, but we don't have time for that this week. Recycling. Now, we're going to stir this in, and this is going to cook in here for another 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now, the next thing you want to do, obviously, is you're going to stir your noodles. We're going to turn the heat off on this because they are in here well long enough. So they are done. Like I said, you don't want these things mushy, or you're going to have a plate of mush. We don't want a plate of mush. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to add to our meat and mushrooms, we are going to add 2 cups of broth. Now, you can either use it out of a box, you can make your own broth from regular, chicken and bones and fat and stock and whatnot. But what I do to make my broth right now, because like I said, we don't have time for stuff right now, is I use 2 bouillon cubes in 2 cups of water. 1 bouillon cube per 1 cup of water. Okay, and trust me, it's going to come out beautiful. This is going to come out lovely. Alright, so we're going to add our broth. Okay, there we go. Look at that. It smells excellent. Okay, now what you need is 2 tablespoons of Worcester. That's a little much, but it's alright. It's just going to add a little more flavor. Another thing you're going to need a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Okay, so let's stir this in. We'll get that in there. I don't measure my stuff. I never have. I never will. I eyeball it. Alright, now we're done with our nifty little meat mincer there, and we're going to stir this in. We gotta stir this well. Okay. Look at that. That smell is incredible. Okay, now that we've got this going, we're gonna work on these noodles quick. Okay, because now what happens is you have to cover this once it's stirred. Bring it back to a simmer. Okay, you gotta bring this back up to a simmer, which won't take long. Okay, once that happens, we'll get back to that in a second. Right now, we gotta deal with these noodles because they are gonna overcook. Okay, so what we have to do is we gotta drain them. And you do your noodles how you like. I'm gonna do them how I like. Now, okay, we're gonna drain these. I love these pots with the strainers right on them. It's great. Okay, we're just about good there. Now, as soon as this gets done dribbling, okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add for this I use margarine because butter is so expensive, but what I do is I add an entire stick of margarine or butter, whatever you prefer. I know, way fattening, but hey. Okay, we're going to add that. And also, we need some pepper. Some black pepper. We need the black pepper. Okay. And then what we're, well, I'm trying to get this stirred in here. Then also, we're going to add parsley. This is just to the noodles. Okay, let's add some of that parsley. Alright, you know what? This is going to take too long, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. We're just going to sprinkle it in there. Not, you cannot add too much. Okay, see that stick of butter? It's melting down. Well, you want to get that melted in there so these noodles don't stick together on you. Okay. Now it's getting in there. We're good. We're good. Okay. Let's get this off the sides. We're going to cover. Now what we're going to do is bang that off. All right. We are going to cover this back up. I'm going to set it at the back of the stove. Put your lid back on so it stays warm. There we go. Now, look at this. Look at this going on here. All right. We're up to a way simmer. Now what's going to happen is we are going to turn this down. My stove is different. I work on a ceramic top electric stove. Okay, so my heating is going to be way different than somebody with a gas stove. Mine takes longer. Yours is not going to take as long. If you have a gas stove, that stuff cooks real quick. All right, so but anyway, what we have to do is we got to turn this down. I'm turning mine down to almost just a point above low. And this has got to simmer for the next 10 to 15 minutes we're going to go. We're going to go probably 12 and a half to 13 minutes. Okay? And I will see you in 13 minutes. Oh, it has been 13 minutes. And oh no, look at this. My sauce. Okay, my sauce is way too watery. Okay? We can fix this. This is not a problem at all. Okay, so here's what we do. Get yourself some cornstarch. We're going to make a slurry. This is what this is called, slurry or a roux. It depends on where you're from. But, okay, cornstarch. Not a big deal at all. Okay, we're going to put some cornstarch right into this measuring cup. Okay, I'm not even measuring. I don't measure. So that'll do it. Okay? Now, warm water, not cold, not hot. You need warm tap water. Okay, that's about right. Okay, now, look at this. Okay, we're stirring that up. That's well more than enough. You don't need a lot here. This is probably going to be too much. Okay, we're going to stir that up until you dissolve your cornstarch. This is your slurry. And this is your thickening agent. This is what this is. This is going to thicken up your sauce. You look pretty good there. So I'm not going to use all of this because there is quite a bit here. I don't need this much. So now, as soon as it decides to get off my spoon, okay, we're good to go here now. Now what you do is we're going to add this right into it. Alright, that should be enough. Okay, we're going to stir this around. Okay, now, because our sauce is too thin, now I'm actually going to add a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Okay, that should be it. That should be well enough now. Alright. Stir this up. Now we're going to let this sit for another couple of minutes. 5 minutes. We're going to let this sit for like 5 minutes. Let it simmer. Don't turn your stove off. Let it simmer on a low. Okay, and now we're going to let this sit for another 5 minutes and let this sauce thicken up. You can see it's starting to do it already. See it? It's starting to thicken up already. And that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. Okay, actually, you know what? No, we're not going to let this sit for 5 minutes. Okay, it's thickening up right now. That's perfect. All right, now what we are going to do is we are going to add, this is why it is called a no sour cream. This is a substitution, okay? Now, I don't know about you people, but a lot of the times I'm looking at recipes online and I'm like, where do I get this stuff from? I don't have this kind of stuff. What can I substitute it with? All right, sour cream in a stroganoff. You don't need sour cream if you got yourself a can of cream of mushroom. Cream of mushroom soup, plop that right in there.
I might mention at this moment we are actually watching Cujo in the background here. So if you hear like all kinds of crazy stuff going on, that's the movie.
Yeah, my mama, she loves Stephen King.
Yeah, she likes listening to
Stephen
it.
King,
that's church.
Man, that's her man. She loves his stuff, and she loves listening to it, and that's what keeps her happy. And
Liza cooks to Stephen King. That's kind of scary at times.
I will put that on for her, no matter what. That is what she loves. There's my girl, and she's right there. Look at her. Look at her. Beautiful. There's my beautiful girl. Look at her. Oh, she's so pretty.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my mama. That's my girl. Yes. That's my girl. She loves her Stephen King. Okay, now what we're going to do. All right, now that we're all done with that,
Crazy
sweetheart.
family we are.
Yes.
I know. That's fine.
I know. That's okay, Mama. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're going to stir in this cream of mushroom soup. So I'm saying you do not need sour cream with this. Because a lot of times, like I said, I look at recipes and I'm like, oh crap, I don't have.
I didn't even know that was part of it. I really didn't.
Yeah, sour cream, yes. To do any kind of like a cream-based stuff, you need a sour cream. And you know what? I don't buy sour cream. I don't do a lot of dairy products in my cooking. But I found this and I was like, wow, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, now, there we go. It's looking a lot better. I know it looks really white right now, but that's okay. It's going to cook down, and this is how you want it to look. You want it to look good, and the smell is incredible right now.
It is.
Now, we are going to add a bag of, again, here we go, frozen sweet peas. Okay, we're going to add a bag of that to this stroganoff. Now, I have cooked these for about 3 minutes in the microwave. These are the steamable ones. I've cooked these for about 3 minutes in the microwave, so it does not take quite as long to heat them up in this. And we're going to stir those right in there with it. Now, what I do is I leave it on the same temperature. Okay, leave this on the same temperature, which is... My stove is it's at a 1. It's not on low, it's at a 1. And I leave this to heat up so that the peas and the soup all heat everything up. And we'll do that for about a good, 5 minutes. That should cover it. Okay, now it's been 5 minutes. Look at this. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And so is what is standing right behind me. That is beautiful. That is more beautiful. Look at my girl. Okay.
Mommy's
now,
little girl.
Look at that sauce. Okay, now we're not running. This is exactly where I want this sauce to be. Okay? Our stroganoff is done. And here are our noodles. Okay, they're looking really good too. All right, now we're gonna come over here to the plates. If I can get, come on, Mom. There she is. Okay, now, let's get this on the plate. Okay, and we're gonna show the finished product here, so to speak. That's a little, okay. Let's do both. Why not? Alright. The smells are just, wow, out of this world.
Yeah, they are.
And like I said, this is Thanksgiving week, and we don't have time to be playing around with stuff. And this is a quick and easy way to have something nice for dinner that isn't going to take a lot of money, and it's not going to take a lot of time. Ooh, wow, there's a lot in there. Oof. And this is only a pound, 1 pound of ground meat, okay? Which was, let's go with $5. We've got 1 pound bag of frozen peas, which you're looking at another $1, which is outrageous. Then you've got a can, basically a can and a half, let's say, of mushrooms, which is $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Again, which is outrageous. But the finished product, whew, good grief. Now, let's put this right on there. Let's get some of this right on there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
You have an interesting party down here, you know.
I know. She loves everything I do. This poor girl. Look at that.
Poor girl.
Oh, my mama.
Church.
My pretty girl.
You're watching mommy.
Look at those beautiful
There's
green
pretty girl
eyes.
coming over. Oh.
Tell him, Mama.
Yeah,
You tell him. We ain't putting up with that. Say, we ain't putting up. The women ain't putting up with that. That's right. That's right. Now, what you want to do, okay, you can season this. We're going to season it with some pepper. Season it with salt as well. I don't use a lot of salt. You already got enough salt in here with your bouillon. Okay, we're going to put a little more parsley on there. I'm a parsley fan. I like some parsley. Okay, we're going to add some more parsley on there. And now, what you want to do is you want to get yourself a nice, of course, this is kind of skimpy, but you want to get yourself a nice loaf of Italian bread from your local stores. And that is what's going to soak up. You get some butter, and you're going to soak up your gravy with your Italian bread. Man, you can't beat this with a stick. I'm telling you. This is going to be an awesome dinner. Going to have an awesome night with this food. It's not going to take you a long time to do it. Okay, look at that beautiful, oh boy, look at that. That is just gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Now, if there is anything that I did not describe enough, please let me know.
Leave it in the comment section below.
And if you have any questions, the same thing, please let me know. I will absolutely answer anything, but this is just phenomenal. This is incredible.
And as always, we always like if you like the content
of this video.
Could not spit that out. Of the video today, please leave that below and please subscribe.
And please, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I really hope you enjoy this, and I hope you are enjoying my cooking, because I put a lot of love into this. I know it doesn't seem like it today because it's like I said, it's Thanksgiving. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody's got a lot to do. But I still wanted to get something together so that you could have something to do before Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is until Thursday. It's only Sunday. And this right here, for a family of, well, it's only 2 of us. You've got 2 nights. Okay, this is going to fill you up for 2 nights. But thank you again, and I really hope that you are enjoying this content. And if you are, please like, please subscribe, because I will continue to do well more cooking videos, and your minds are going to be blown by some of the stuff that I can do, and it's phenomenal. It really is. But thank you. Have a good night, and peace out.